Democrat. I would like to set the record straight about something. Those of you that know Jim Moran, Brian Moran is not his son. That's his younger brother. I'd like to thank the very, very kind words from Bill and Ada and Joe. Thanks to Dorothy and Linda for all of your hard work in putting this together. I would like to give you my sincere thanks for bestowing upon me the great honor of being your nominee here in the 6th Congressional District. This opportunity is something that I do not take lightly, and I will work more diligently than anyone ever has in running for this seat here in this district. And with that, you have my word. Thank you to all my supporters that have worked so hard over the past 16 months. I want to say thank you to my family, my mother and father who are in the crowd. Here we are. By the way, my father is a Republican turned avid Obama supporter. And I want to especially say thank you to my lovely wife, Lynn. For everything you do and for your great sacrifice and for every time you hear my jokes. As if it's the first time. A very special thanks to David and Ann Lehman. David, who's believed in me from the very beginning, would often joke, sometimes very seriously joke, about quitting his job and coming to work on my campaign full time. He would want nothing more than to see me elected as your next congressman. Last year I addressed you in this very building, and I addressed the concern of my age. And we heard comments like, "Boy, he's young." And you responded in the months that followed with enthusiasm about young people taking the reins. And you responded with, "After all, it's your future that's on the line." You witnessed young voters in Virginia in the presidential Democratic primary increase by over 400%. And you realized that we're riding away towards record turnout in November. You chose an honest, direct message over the same old Washington politics. This year, we have another elephant in the room, my ethnicity. To be carriers of truth and warriors in our cause, you must first know Sam Rasoul, the person. Trust is the single most important factor in determining your public servant. And without my story, there will always be questions in your room. The American dream. My family began immigrating here over 100 years ago as Muslim Palestinians to realize that American dream. My parents came here in the 60s as refugees from that decade's Middle East conflict. As small business owners, they worked day in and day out, working every day except for weddings and funerals. They taught me the value of the dollar, and they taught me that hard work is the only thing standing between you and your dreams. You see, I am Arab American, and I am living the American dream. This is not a thought so distant to our region. Many of you remember the late Delegate Vic Thomas, who worked so hard for us in the Virginia State Legislature. Vic Thomas is Arab American. I would like to join our congressional cousin right next door in West Virginia, Nick Rasoul, who is also Arab American. With his congressional district right up against ours, I would like to partner with him and the rest of our diverse legislative body in trying to bring justice for the American middle class. Because no longer will the majority of America go without a voice, not this time, and not on my watch. You know, when I first sat down with 3Ds to talk about my race, we talked about a number of issues, and my ethnicity was one of them. And he looked at me and he said, yes, people are going to be ugly. But we as a nation have progressed past these differences. We must focus on helping people and trying to achieve that American dream. And I'll tell you, I agree with Creed. Do you agree with Creed? Do you agree that we, the people, and our great Constitution should come before anything? Let us turn the conversation to government corruption. Let us talk about finding a health care solution that's not just for the healthy and wealthy. And let us talk about how we must care for our veterans and why No Child Left Behind might do for the Bush-Cheney education/enslavement of the middle class, but it will not do with us behind the wheel. It is time that we come together as one nation, as one people, for the sake of our country and for the sake of our future. In America, the lobbyists and special interests will no longer run the agenda in Washington. I'm not alone. I stand with at least 30 other congressional candidates in a movement called Change Congress, where we've taken a 4-point pledge to end pork barrel spending, to make government more transparent, not to take a dime from PACs or lobbyists, and to push for public financing of our federal elections so that way we begin to push for public financing of these federal elections so that way we begin to elect leaders and statesmen again and not have auctions where we leave our nation at prey for those that choose to be the highest bidder. We are not alone. We are few of millions that believe in this message of change, but now is the time for action. Do not wait until the fall. The time for action is now. In closing, trying to keep mine a little bit shorter than Bill's. In closing, we must march on as agents of action and progress with us as we go from person to person and every community across this district. We will spread our vision of a better America. Define yourselves as Democrats. Why are you here? What do you stand for? Then take that definition and make your neighbors believe. And for those that dare challenge or impede our progressive agenda, you tell them that Sam is coming and he's bringing this army with him. Thanks, Joe.